Wow. Looks like I'll be training Herblore very, very soon. Hello, my fellow T's. Today, we are going to take a step further, become eyes, and learn how we can load our very own RuneLite plugins. But first, we're going to need to download a few things. First, we need to download Java, specifically JDK version 8. I say version 8 because that's what RuneLite devs recommend, and I'll be using version 8 in this video. Newer versions should work, but if you have any issues, try installing version 8. After installing Java, we'll need something that can build RuneLite. I'll be using IntelliJ IDE in this video. Make sure to install the community version of IntelliJ and not the Ultimate Edition. Community is all you need, and because of
it's free real estate.
I'll also be providing links to everything in the description. Hopefully you don't really need a tutorial to install those, but if you do, I'm pretty sure there's something on the internet for you. So now that we have everything downloaded and installed, I'm going to switch over to a live commentary so that you can see me walk through it step by step. Okay, so now that we've got everything downloaded, I'm going to be doing this live, so please excuse me for any mistakes. So, first, when you launch IntelliJ, you're going to be met with this screen. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to click the last option, check out from version control, and we're going to select GitHub. It's going to pop this up and ask you for a Git repository URL. So if you followed me earlier to the RuneLite GitHub, then you'll have that URL. If not, don't worry, we're going to do it right now. So we're going to runelite.net, view on GitHub, RuneLite, and this is the repository URL. So we're going to copy this, go to it, and paste it in. So you shouldn't get this error, but because I already have a directory name called RuneLite, that's the problem. So I'm going to name mine RuneLite Video, just for video's sake. So you can choose whatever folder you want this project to go into, but I have a programming projects folder, so I'm going to leave it as that. So we're going to click test just to see if it gets it. Successful. Now we're going to click clone. So this is going to take a couple seconds. What it's doing is it's going to download the project for you, and we will then be able to set it up. But this is just an easy way to be able to have it already linked to some sort of version control, so when RuneLite makes updates, we can merge those with our project. Okay, so it's going to ask you, or it should ask you, that we've checked out an IntelliJ IDEA project file. If you don't get this, don't worry, I can show you how to do this later, but what we're going to do is we're going to open it. Yes. And this is what you're going to be met with. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the project view by pressing Alt-1. Now, before we can actually build RuneLite, we're going to have to do a couple of other steps. So now that we've downloaded it, we're going to need to get a plugin that RuneLite uses for logging purposes. So we're going to go to Project Settings. We're going to Plugins. We're going to go to Browse Repositories, and we're going to search for Lombok. Right here, you're going to install it. I have it installed already, so I'm not going to do it. Then press OK. Now that we've got Lombok installed, now we just need to tell IntelliJ how to actually build RuneLite, and we don't have to do a whole lot. All we have to do is go up here, do edit configurations, click the little plus sign, Maven. Working directory is going to be the current directory, RuneLite Video. And we're also going to do a command line called install, and then we're going to do capital D, skip tests. believe that is what it is. Let me double check, and you can follow this guide by going to the RuneLite GitHub, scrolling all the way down, wiki, building with IntelliJ, and so D skip tests. And press apply and OK. So now you should have this little option up here. If you set a name to it, it'll have a name, but we're just going to run it, and you're going to see that IntelliJ will be building it and posting a whole bunch of stuff in this console. Wait for it to complete. Okay, so it looks like it completed. This build success. Exited with code 0. Code 0 is good. So let's go ahead and try to actually like open or run the RuneLite client. So we're going to RuneLite client, target, classes, net, RuneLite, and RuneLite class. So we're going to right click this and run it. Now you might be met with this, and I had a lot of problems with this. It took me a minute to figure it out. But if you get this module not specified error, you're going to go to this use class path of module, and you're going to actually click the client module that's inside of it. So you press apply, then press run, and with any luck, it should open. All right, so this happens. If you try to do this the first time, you may get it where it's going to check for updates and get stuck. And you see, like, here's an error stack right here. It caused an exception. So what you're going to do is you're just going to close it. You're going to go to this unnamed Maven build and rerun it. I'm not kidding. That's actually how you fix this. Okay, once that's finished, and after you reran the Maven build, you'll get build success, exited with code 0, right click the class again, run it. If you get this, just again click client. You can actually save this up here, but I think it pops up every time you rebuild or something like that. So yeah, you just have to kind of do it. So you're gonna click run. And look at that. And let's try to log in. Yeah, I'm not a member, so I know I have 750 on this account. And there we go. We successfully built RuneLite from source code. Now that we've built RuneLite from source code, now you're probably like, well, we did all this stuff, but where's a plugin? This is a plugin tutorial. How do you install plugins? Trust me, it's much easier than building it, and it takes a lot less time. So first, we're going to close it. Actually, let me show you. Here are all the plugins, and the plugin I have is called Shift Options. It's right here. It is not in my little list of plugins. So we're going to close RuneLite. We're going to go into RuneLite client, source, main, Java, plugins. And here you can see all of the plugins, and you can actually look at the source code for all of them if you're kind of interested in that kind of stuff. But for this purpose, we're just going to take this, copy it into plugins. Okay, so now that we've copied that, all we have to do is rerun the Maven build. There you go. Now we can look into the plugin list, go down to S. There it is, Shift Options. So let's test it out by logging in. Okay, now that we're in the bank, let's test out our Shift mod. So what this mod does, I made this a while ago, but I never really released it because I thought it was too OP. But if you hold Shift, you can withdraw the extra amount that you set. So I have 14 set, so really easy like that. If I go here and set like 5, Then I can withdraw multiples of 5. Just like that. I need to tell you guys that installing and using unofficial plugins could flag your account as a bot. Hell, even the official RuneLite world hopping plugin had to be removed due to false flags. If you aren't comfortable taking that risk, then I wouldn't use unofficial plugins. And no, I don't actually use the plugin that I showed in this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. Please leave a comment, tell me how I did. I put quite a lot of time in this video and some feedback would be awesome. This is my first video and I really enjoyed making it. Maybe I'll make a video on how to make RuneLite plugins in the future. Let me know if you want one in the comments. Until then, I'll see you on the subreddit.